Welcome to the MemberSuite video series. MemberSuite is the just right answer to the needs of member-based organizations looking for a balance of cost and functionality. In this tutorial, we'll show you how to manage deferred revenue with MemberSuite. This tutorial is aimed at controllers and CFOs who will be managing the financial system. Very often, GAAP accounting dictates that even though you might receive cash for something up front, you must defer recognition of revenue across several months. Typical examples of this are membership revenue, where a member pays for a full year up front, but you actually deliver the membership services on a month-by-month basis. MemberSuite has built-in features to help you manage this common scenario. In order to begin deferring revenue, you must set up a revenue recognition template. This is just a schedule for how revenue is deferred. To do this, click on the Setup tab and then go to Financial Setup and click Revenue Recognition Templates. You'll see that we already have a default template set up, but let's add another template. We'll call it 50% upfront, 50% over 12 months. For method, we'll leave it at every month for a fixed number of months. But notice that you have many options for deciding how to defer revenue. For initial percentage, we'll enter 50%, as indicated by the name, and we'll enter 12 for the number of periods. Let's go ahead and save this template. In order to use this template, we'll need to assign it to a product. Let's create a miscellaneous product called Test Deferral Product. We'll make the product cost $120, meaning we'd expect $60 to be recognized up front and then $5 per month for the next 12 months. We will also specify a GL account to use for AR, revenue, and deferred revenue. Let's save the product. Now, I want to show you how MemberSuite will deal with this deferral. To do that, we'll create an invoice for this product with an empty batch, and then we'll post that batch. Once we do, we'll see how revenue is recognized at the end of the fiscal period. Let's go ahead and create a single invoice. We'll set the customer name, and then we'll add our new product. Let's save the invoice. Now, nothing will happen until the batch this invoice is in is posted. Once it's posted, a revenue recognition schedule is created for the invoice, indicating how revenue should be recognized over time for that invoice. Let's go to the batch, and then let's post it. Once we've posted the batch, let's go back to the invoice. Now, you can see that a deferral schedule is created. Note that $60 is recognized immediately as we set up, and the rest over the next 12 months. Now, we can actually edit this schedule if we need to, changing how much revenue is recognized and when. Let's edit it, recognizing $6 in the first month and $4 in the second month. Next, we'll see how reports in MemberSuite allow you to get visibility into your deferrals. Let's go to the Reports tab and look at Financial Reports. If we look at Deferred Revenue Reports, you can see the revenue from our test product shown to us. In order to actually recognize revenue for a period, we need to close that period out. Let's go to the Financial tab and select Close a Fiscal Period. Now, we're going to close out the current period. You'll see that MemberSuite informs us that it has deferred revenue to process, and we need to recognize that revenue before the period can be closed out. This is exactly what we want. By clicking on the report, you can actually see what revenue is pending and what will be recognized. When you click Recognize Revenue, an empty batch is created with the necessary debits and credits to recognize revenue for that period. When you download the activity to your financial system, this deferred revenue recognition is sent along with everything else. This concludes this tutorial. In this training video, we learned about deferred revenue recognition. We saw how to set up a deferred revenue template and how to assign it to a product. We saw how posting a batch creates a revenue recognition schedule that we can actually edit, and we saw how to recognize revenue at the end of the month.